run, do not walk. The best shakshuka, the best everything really. I love the shakshuka. That's my order. I'm sure we all have orders from ourselves. If you haven't been, please go support this wonderful local business. And Danny is so generous to be here with us today. And he's going to talk to us about himself and his food. So,
A little bit about the food.
yeah. So please welcome him.
Hello, everybody. Hello. So you're all probably wondering where I'm from. That's right, Tokyo, Japan. So I'm from Givatayim, which is the New Jersey of Tel Aviv. I grew up in a house that didn't really know how to cook anything at all. But comparing to them, my grandma's cooking was something, as us Israelis say. The pinnacle of culinary excellence in my house was a sandwich. But luckily I had a lot of dinners in my grandma's house. My grandpa was a Holocaust survivor and an Auschwitz graduate, class of 1944.
Oh dear.
Every dinner with him ended with some Holocaust stories, mostly about food or lack thereof. And to be honest, it's a medical anomaly that I'm not 400 pounds to compensate. So before I start talking about the food, I wanted to say something really short about my life in Israel and about recent events through my eyes. When I was 6 months old, the first Gulf War started. Whenever the war sirens went off, my sweet parents, who wanted to protect me, put me in a special plastic box with a gas filter, while they themselves were sitting, hoping for the best, with their own personal gas masks. Throughout my childhood, I always knew that I could cease to exist because of a bomb on a bus, in a cafe, or in a crowded line to the cinema. I joined the IDF at 18, and by the way, I was the only one in the history of the world that army food for them was an upgrade. I fought in Gaza, I lost friends, and made others lose theirs. I grew up in the conflict, and I am a product of it. I know most people are good people. I have no hate in my heart, just appreciation for life and the mundane day-to-day existence. I think we should try to embrace and enjoy the obvious, because life can get so much worse. We all won the lottery of life, and we should try to take advantage and enjoy. So, my best way of showing love is through food. That's why today I brought you guys some foods that are staple in the Israeli culture and everyday life. First, the star, hummus. Hummus is usually a backup singer for other foods and goes well with most Israeli dishes, but often is eaten as a main ingredient with some accoutrements like pita, onions, pickles. What is it? For a lack of a better word, mushed up chickpeas with garlic, tahina, olive oil, and spices. Chickpeas grow all over, from India to the Middle East and in Africa. In the Middle East, everybody claims ownership of the invention of hummus. Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, and Egypt. Did you know that in most of these countries, they eat hummus for breakfast with a pita? Such a carb attack so early in the day will get you drowsy and sleepy for the rest of the day and less likely to attack. Even though lately they seem to have some hummus shortage somewhere. Okay, next one we have burekas. Burekas, what is it? It's a flaky puff pastry with cheese or meat or veggie filling inside. Classic flavors are cheese and olive, mushrooms and onions, and burekas pizza, which tastes exactly like it sounds. With the original name burek, it started its journey in the Balkans and came to Israel with the migration of the Balkan Jews, that's right. It became popular because of its diverse nature, cheap and comforting ingredients, and extreme portability. You grab it and go. An S was added to its name for some reason, and that's where the complete lack of understanding of singular and plural took effect in the Israeli mind. That's why when Israelis come to our restaurant, they would say something like, "Excuse me, can I have 1 cupcakes, please?" And I was like, "Yeah, yes you can." Next, we have falafel. What is it? It's a bowl made from ground up chickpeas, herbs like parsley, mint, and coriander, and spices. It's maybe the most Israeli food of them all. It's like us, the Israelis. Best fried in oil, the weather, the government, the people, and the tempers are usually boiling hot most of the year. After the oil treatment, the outside of the falafel is strong, like the Israeli facade. But like the inside of us people, it's soft, warm, and comforting. Like Moses? I couldn't find one on Israel. Okay, and of course, no falafel dish is ready without some hummus involved to ensure some good chickpea on chickpea action in every meal. Trina. Trina is a sesame paste. It's nutty and fatty, a little bit like Israeli peanut butter. And it's an inseparable part of the Israeli existence, our raison d'etre. I myself am composed of 72.4% trina. I put it on savory foods like shawarma and falafel. I put it on sweet foods like ice cream and cake. And sometimes, on my days off, on Saturdays, in the summer, I take a shower with it in the backyard. Trina is awesome. But if you add sugar to it and bake it, you will create an atrociously addictive candy called chalva, which might be even better. Yeah. Okay, next contender. We have shawarma, or shawarma, or gyro, or that spinny thing with the meat on it. What is it? It's a whole bunch of meat, usually lamb or turkey, marinated in spices like cumin, coriander, and turmeric, and skewered on a spit, and constantly turned. Why is it turned? Because that way we can enjoy the benefits of slow cooking with the flavor of high heat char. As the meat spins away from the fire, it cools down and retains its juices. It started its way in Turkey under the name dona, which meant to spin. How original. As it became popular east of Turkey, it took the name shawarma by the language that was spoken at the time, which was Arabic. Today in Arabic, to spin, they say tawal. Most languages change pretty frequently, but Hebrew doesn't seem to. Apparently, it should be easy to learn and speak a 5,000-year-old language. Not so much. Next, we have za'atar. Za'atar is one of the most ancient and traditional spice blends. It was used as both a garnish and a healing concoction for thousands of years. What is it? 3 ingredients. Sesame, native to Africa and Asia. Sumac, which is a tiny red fruit of a small tree native to the Middle East. And hyssop, a thyme-like herb, which in Hebrew, to confuse you, we say za'atar. So in za'atar, there is za'atar. Za'atar is, Jordan today is the largest exporter of za'atar in the world. But Israel is definitely #1 consumer. Yes, so we went falafel. Yes, okay. So these are the foods that Israelis eat every day. Now go ahead and taste, savor, and enjoy. I hope you feel Israeli. Just don't go all the way and start cutting in line and honking at the road. Thank you.